If you haven't yet run across an owner who wants to sell you their property at an extremely deep discount, you're not marketing enough. Because the deal that I'm about to share with you was a 6-figure spread from the beginning. And this deal, it's located in a small town about 20 minutes from where I live. It's called Winneconne, Wisconsin. Now Winneconne, it's a fantastic area for raising a family, has great schools, is close to the lake. There's Lake Winneconne, Lake Poygan, and it is a very desirable community to be in. And that's what this owner that we had purchased it from, he had lived there for 37 years. And he had bought this small little shack, this 600 square foot shack, 37 years ago. And in that amount of time, he was in a very high stress job, so he would come home, he would remodel the place. So in 37 years, can you imagine what he did to the property? He added 4 additions, he added 3 bedrooms, he added a master suite, he redid the roof, he redid the trusses, he hand dug out the basement with a pickaxe, but he did not finish the kitchen and the dining area. For 37 years, he was remodeling the same exact property and he never finished because he ended up selling it to us. He had inquired off of a Google advertisement, he had clicked on our website, or he had found our website, had given us a call, and on the phone with him, I was like, there's no way this guy's going to take a deeply discounted offer for his property because he's had so much time, energy, and emotion stuck into it. But when he gave me the price that we ended up paying, it was a fantastic deal. Now, without further ado, let me show you this property. We'll walk through it together. You can let me know what your thoughts are, and I cannot wait to share with you what the end numbers are going to be. And we are in the Winneconne house right now, and as you can see, we're mid-remodel. We bought this a couple weeks ago, and we actually let the owner stay here for about 2 or 3 weeks afterwards so he could have an auction service come in and get rid of most of the belongings within the house. So I have my wife here, Katie, I have my dog here, Mila. So let's take a quick tour of the place. I'll explain to you what he's all done, and then you can see for yourself just how amazing of a deal this truly is. But as you can see in here, we'll go to the unfinished part of the house first. And this is the living room and kitchen. So in this part, what we are going to be doing is cabinets right here. There's going to be cabinets here. A sink is going to come up looking out the window. So it'll be cabinets, a nice center island right in here. In the kitchen, roughly speaking, I think we just spent about $5,000 on cabinets. Might be another like $2,500 or $3,000 in labor and countertops, and then some miscellaneous stuff for dishwasher, range, and we do not include refrigerators with our remodel. But this is the only unfinished space of the house after 37 years of remodeling. So when we had purchased this, we had no drywall on the ceiling. This was completely down to the studs. It looked pretty much like this. Our guys had put in the insulation, they had insulated everything. We had our electrician here already running boxes up, and we're in the midst of hopefully finishing this room within the next week and a half or 2 weeks after they're done mudding the room, painting it, laying flooring, and eventually getting the kitchen cabinets in here so we can start that process. So this was the main house, and then they added this addition, they added this addition, but I will walk you through the entire thing. So this space right here was the old garage space. And the previous owner had added this on. There's a crawl space underneath, but the previous owner added this on for an attached garage, and then he eventually converted it into another living or family room. There's a full bath over here, and then it's a fairly wide open space. It's kind of a goofy layout if you ask me, but someone's gonna like the amount of space, and if they have friends, family, kids staying with them still, they'll be able to utilize it to the fullest extent. And then over here, I'll flip the light on in this bathroom really quick. You can zoom in on this Stormtrooper reference, Star Wars. But again, just a full bath. We're doing some paint. We're gonna lay some new vinyl plank flooring in here and carpeting in here. So this is the attached garage. It has a heater, it's not insulated. There we go. There's Katie behind the camera. And then this is the detached garage out back. So a 3-car detached garage, and we actually, in our agreement, we're allowing him to have that till April. Even if we sell the house, the next owner is going to have to let him store his belongings till April. So we worked out something creative there. And then unfortunately, we have a lot of snow, so you cannot see the landscaping that he had all done. So right now we are going into another addition on the house. He added this 2-way fireplace, which is fairly unique. Kind of has a unique concept on this side. I know Katie said she hated the design and layout, and I apologize if there's an echo right now in the video. There's no furniture in here. But this one it's fairly standard. We're painting the walls just because they had so many nail holes. We're replacing the inlaid carpeting right here, but hardwood floors, newer windows, and this was added on to the original structure, which was this tiny small little space was the original structure of the house. This has a crawl space underneath it as well. It was one of the renovation projects he had in the 37 years of remodeling this entire place. So as we continue through the house, you guys will be able to see, again, main structure. He did a 2-story addition on this side to include 2 bedrooms upstairs, a laundry space, and then a master suite. The laundry space is pretty standard. There's nothing crazy going on in there. Katie can show you around to that. And now this part, the master, we have the master bath off to the right here, which was very tastefully done. We don't have to do anything in here besides clean. This is the master bedroom. There is patio doors going off the back, or French doors. We don't have any plans of adding a deck, so for the time being we are just going to leave that. And pretty much this is the way the room's staying. We're not replacing any of the flooring. We'll clean it up. We repainted the walls already. And don't you like this custom construction right here with the irregular shaped door that he had a custom build? And now going upstairs, there's 2 more bedrooms, another full bath up here. They're pretty much identical on both sides. And the plan is just to replace carpeting again. We painted already. So this is all brand new, fresh paint up here. Really a standard kind of construction house in this particular area. All the original oak tones, which are kind of, they're not my favorite. I like the whites and grays, but again, to each their own. We weren't planning on repainting all the trim and doors here, so this is how it's going to stay. The last thing that I want to show you before we get back into the office and I break down the numbers on this deal is the basement that took the previous owner 2.5 years to dig out by hand. He had a pickaxe, he had a conveyor belt, and he would work for a couple hours at a time before the conveyor belt jammed up with clay, so he could get the basement cleared out in order to pour a new foundation and a solid concrete floor. So let's head down there right now and take a peek at it. And in most basements of this age house, this house was built, the original structure was built in the 1800s. I think right around 1880 was when this was built. So you will see the original stone foundation is right here. Then he, of course, added all this. This is all new floor joists and whatnot. He has a solid concrete block wall behind there. There's gravel underneath here, and then further in, it's just mud, which is part of the original foundation. Okay, so going back into this, you can tell right here, I'm about 5'9". This basement's about 10 feet tall. So the original structure was just about, it wasn't this deep, it was about right here. So he had to dig all this way down by hand with the conveyor belt to get all this clay, the rock, everything out of here. And then he built this space. So the space is pretty dry, it's very clean. We don't need to do anything down here. The furnace, the water heater, they're all newer. So our plan is just to clean this up, get the garbage out of here, and we will be good to go. All the plumbing's done, the electrical's done. It's pretty much just the kitchen project and flooring and paint, and this place will be back on the market. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little project tour. We can jump back into the office now. I will break down the numbers for you so you can see how much we bought this for, how much we're planning on sticking into it, and eventually how much we will hopefully sell it for when we bring it to market in the springtime. But again, I appreciate you watching. Let's jump into the numbers right now. So after seeing this property, you might be wondering, well, Carter, how much did you pay for this? How much are properties in town going for? So we ended up paying $175,000 for this place. We're planning on sticking in about $20,000 between the kitchen, the drywall, the painting, flooring, and we're planning on selling this between $275,000 and $300,000. Now after, of course, commissions, fees, expenses, renovation costs, holding costs, we're not going to net six figures on this deal, but we are going to net quite a bit of money, and I can't wait to see what the end profit will be. And the nice part about this project is it's not gonna take months and months to finish. It is a kitchen remodel, it's replacing the flooring. It'll probably be done in 3 or 4 weeks time. And the best part about this deal is it required zero negotiation. When I had originally met with the owner, I had asked him, I was like, Mike, what do you want for this property? Like, it's a very unique place. It's kind of a weird layout as you saw in the video, but it's very unique. So what are you hoping to get for it? And mind you, he had other investors come through beforehand that offered him too low of value. So the number he told me, he's like, Carter, I need $175,000. And in my mind, I was like, holy crap, like this is an amazing deal. Let's lock this baby up. But I was like, okay, Mike, let me think about it for a second. I didn't give him too much leeway on what I was thinking. I was like, it might be a deal for us. It might be something we can help you out with, but give me an hour of time. I will call you back and I'll let you know if that's something we can do. So that's exactly what I did. I called him back and I was like, Mike, can you do any better than $175,000? And he's like, no, Carter, that is my best and final price. If you guys can't get it, I'm gonna throw it on the market with the realtor and then sell it through that way. But then I was like, well, Mike, I guess we can potentially do $175,000, but we would just need you to let us close in about 6 or 7 weeks time. Is that possible? And I knew he wasn't in a rush to get out of there. And for us, we just had other projects we were in the process of renovating. So he said, yeah, Kurt, of course it's possible. So I set a time, we met, we signed the agreement together, and we closed this deal in 6 or 7 weeks time for the $175,000 with the 20-ish thousand in renovation costs. You can get deals like this for yourself. And if you have questions, please reach out. Otherwise, I wish you guys the ultimate success, and I will see you in the next video.